Right, I'm back. It is Josh again, and I am playing this game again. I don't need that anymore. I found my way. I have to apologize because I have been busy making things like this game is meant to be played. Oh, that's not right. I actually recorded... Oh, you can't see the cat. Never mind. I actually recorded an extremely stupidly overlong episode, or pair of episodes, where I spent most of my time stuck down in a cavern, not to be confused with the last episode you'll actually have seen. But I spent some time down there, and then I came out and I spent some time building what is the staircase below me. And I rambled, and I'm sure this would have been boring for everyone. The drawback, though, of not publishing that is I went and built all this stuff off camera, which is something I'm trying to avoid doing. But as you can see, I have portals now. They are portals. I also have a map now. This is a map. It looks a lot like a map, in fact. It's updating. I should go to the mainland. Finish this map off, make a duplicate, go up a size, continue making maps. I am slightly undecided about what to do overhead. However, I do have a lot of quartz now, and a lot of redstone. I'm getting a lot of everything, quite unintentionally. So I should do something with it. Let's see here. I need more obsidian. This much is true. Oh, I should bring this down. What do you think? Should I... Oh, excuse me. Should I, well, I do need... Actually, no, I don't. I've got a fair amount. And a whole bunch of that. Here's my most amazing stairwell that is already boring. Here's my island again. I like my trees. They are trees. Oh, that's pretty good. I need to do something... I should try to do something maybe in the extreme corners here, going down, to give that a little bit more texture. I mean, it's already got some new texture here, but it's a very sharp divide, and I want to shore that up and dress that up. But this is just a tower of what will be a palace of some sort, a citadel. And it goes all the way down, and it goes reasonable. How does one judge reason in this sort of thing? But anyways, a reasonable way down into the ground. I do have to carve more down below. But, oh wait, I can't see down anymore. Oh well, it used to be this actually, the hole right here in the middle goes all the way down, not to bedrock, but pretty close, within I think 10. It goes down to where I found lava, and I did not die, thank you. Let's see, let's take a look out here. I mean, I've been a little bit. Hopefully you can't hear the cat eating in the background. This mic is pretty decent. I still hear myself, when I review my content, I still hear myself typing somewhat. I still hear the fan of the MacBook whirring, but it's nowhere near as pronounced as it used to be. So it's definitely an improvement. I, at the very least, come out much more clear than I did before, so that's good as well. Quartz. Silicon dioxide with impurities that make it varying colors. Let's see. Technically, I dare you to do this. Go to the grocery store, assuming you're in the United States. Maybe elsewhere. I mean, these things are international these days, but find some... I can't remember. I haven't looked at the other brand, but I think Old El Paso taco seasoning packets. Okay? Read the ingredient list, and you will see silicon dioxide, which is simultaneously both quartz and glass. And it is being used in taco seasoning as a preservative, or an anti-caking agent, actually, I think. So very good. We're all eating glass. Well, I'm not, because I make my own taco seasoning, but it's probably completely harmless compared to horrible, horrible things like high fructose corn syrup and trans fat. But actually, I mean, this is some of the most common substance on Earth, silicon dioxide, that is, or quartz. Most all rocks. There's a difference between a mineral and a rock, by the way. A mineral is, it doesn't really apply to Dwarf Fortress particularly well, but a mineral is a actual one variety sort of thing. This is quartz, this is amethyst, this is titanite, this is apatite, feldspar, mica. These are all minerals. Rocks, instead, however, are the amalgamation of these things. So feldspar, quartz, mica, what else? I feel like there's a fourth one. But these are olivine, maybe, in varying amounts. These are all crammed together. I mean, they're some of the most common things on Earth. They're all crammed together in varying grades, fineness. I'm not sure what the term is, to form what we call rock. So things like marble, granite, pegmatite, basalt, diorite, even sandstone. You know, it's ground way down into a fine powder and then put, you know, fused back together. But these all consist of minerals that are packaged together and whatnot. So that's the difference. Why did I talk about that again? Oh, because they have quartz in this game as if it were rare, when it's actually hugely common. It should be littering the overworld of Minecraft, and yet you can't find it anywhere. But you get this generic gray stone, which technically, in the real world, would be consisting in large percentage of quartz. Quartz. Anyways, that's that. Where's my portal? There it is. So, okay, I'm not really on a mining expedition, am I? Ooh, Ah, we have a new member of the server now. We had Fabian, Caffeine, myself, and Sarrington. I know this person personally. We work together at the office. He's played Minecraft for quite a long time. He's expressed a lot of interest in some of the mods like Ticket and whatnot. But he was happy to play on a vanilla server with real people, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure what he's doing, except he has torches now, which is an improvement. He's literally only just showed up maybe an hour ago for his first time. But cool, that means we have 4 more spots on this server. The problem is I've run out of people I know and trust who play. Maybe my brother could be convinced to play. I think he plays Minecraft. Still, we do need to find some extroverts. Fabian is a definite extrovert. That's a little unfair to him because Caffeine and I are just sort of doing our own thing the whole time. I mean, we're just settling in, so it's no big deal. But it's too bad that I can only get 1 portal. I mean, I could simulate the other 4. Or the 3, that is. And it'll work. In fact, I will eventually, as soon as I have more obsidian than I know what to do with. But that's not just yet. I already used a fair lot of it on making the other 4 portals. By the way, does Fortune work on this stuff? It seems like it should. How? Okay, I'll leave the rest for now. Who cares, right? Yep, okay, so... what should I try to accomplish in... Shoot, I did it again. I'm so bad at looking at the time and keeping track. I want to keep these episodes to about half an hour. Granted. Oh, hey, okay, don't go back through. I wonder which one it decides to use, or if it's random. Okay, so... What did I just do? We don't need to worry about this stuff right now, right? Ooh, I didn't realize I had another pick. Bonk. So, maybe... Oh, this is fun. Let's see. I suppose I should be building, right? And that's why I came on. But let's take a brief look at this. That's just fun. Do you notice how almost soundless that was when I hit the water? So I must be an expert diver. Didn't even know it. And I'm having one of those lighting glitches. I thought lighting was something they fixed in 1.5. Alright, so that used to be buried in the side of the mountain, like the core, the central core, the 4x4 with corners, carved up through the mountain, and so it came, it came in from underneath and then went out the top. But now that it has grown, it's sort of completely emerged from the side of the mountain, which isn't as neat an effect as it was before. But let's look at this. This is just a tower. It's not going to be the entirety of my construction. I like my constructions to be aligned east-west, so that you have like a sunrise room and a sunset room or something. Which means it's going to go the length of the island. Oh, I'm on the wrong side. Let's see. There you see it. So it's going to go the length of the island. I like symmetry a lot, so that's important to me. Which means parts of this palace, maybe it should jut out this way, so that enough of it is exposed, and then it can serve sort of as a building cliff face. What do you guys think? Oh, I mentioned him. I assume him. Correct me if I'm wrong, but, at this point in history, the odds are sort of with me on that assumption, so I'll make it for now. But I have a follower now. I mentioned him in the episode that I'm not airing. But since I'm not airing it, I should mention him again. Here, let me bring some of this stuff up. Not that I know where wood will be. Up above. Ooh, more. Anything here? I have some of that upstairs. I don't need the rest of this. For now, that is. Oh, actually. Okay. Secret back door that will not always be there. What am I talking about? What was I just talking about? Okay, well, let's find something new to talk about. Oh, man. This wall. I should not be using this pick. Aha! Have a project in mind? Okay, so... Shoot, I didn't bring any stone with me. Oh well, it's obvious now. Sweareth at thine own risk. Let's see. What am I saying? What am I saying? Oh, well. First follower. I actually, in the other episodes, referred to as Baobab, which was wrong. It was Baomog. So this person is my first ever viewer and has a distinction no one else can have. Other than that, I don't know really anything about this person. They wanted me to ask them questions, but I always get stuck on that kind of thing because I have no idea what to ask other people. I'm sort of an introvert, so it's sort of like an invasive thing. How could I invade somebody's space by asking questions? It's weird. But conversely, I'm more than happy to answer them. I think most of the time. I'm sure somebody will ask something I shouldn't or wouldn't answer, but I can't quite picture what that might be at the moment. Anyways, yay. In a year I might have 2 followers. Okay. Hello, music. That's one thing I also noticed about this mic is it doesn't, I mean, the video recorder is picking up stuff through the internal audio board in addition to the mic. So it seems to be a pretty good, doing a pretty good job of filtering out the fact that I'm playing music out of the computer's speakers and they're not coming back into the microphone, but instead are coming through the computer. I'm completely not speaking English well, but who cares, right? So let's do something here. I tend to build organically, I'll tell you that much. I do not have a plan at all. I'm just doing what seems to look good. I have failed you and everyone. Let's see. I think it's a little too soon for this. I'll just do this. I'm gonna have to have a way to step up onto these things soon. Dunk. I kind of want, or anybody who visits me is going to demand that I have some kind of safety rail out here on the edges. You know, because if you step out the portal the wrong way and don't pay attention, you could walk off the side. And in a couple of these spots, that's not so bad, but some of them will hurt. So what should I do? What should I do? I suppose this is a question I should be asking people. What should I do with my own world of things? I'm kind of possessive of my stuff, so while I will listen to suggestions, I can't promise that I'll be able to adhere to many of them. I'll certainly try, but I can't promise anything because, you know, I'm a creative, introverted kind of person. I have some of my own ideas about stuff, and I suppose that's normal. Right. How about not falling? How about this? Okay. What am I hearing? Must be somebody on a higher level, a higher floor than mine, rumbling around upstairs. Because that sounded a bit like thunder, which is not likely under this scenario. Yeah, it's somebody moving around. Okay. Ka-ting. Now, see, this is also one of the reasons why I want to mod in a wider variety of stone. I'm not sure if I talked about that much in early episodes. Not that this isn't early, but I know I talked about it in some in the episode I'm no longer airing. And this is one of the reasons why I need to be careful about my episodes, because if I lose too much concentration, then I'll start talking about things I referenced and stuff nobody has seen, and they'll be like confused. It'll be a good indication that my evil plans are working, but let's see. Apparently there's one side over there missing. Oof, 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 oof. Yep, okay. Sorry, I'm also distractible. Excuse me. I was tempted to go see the Oz movie tonight, but I decided against it. For reasons that I don't even comprehend. I think I just didn't want to go anywhere. Plus, I keep playing this game. I mean, that's not the problem, but I keep fiddling on my stuff and then realizing, wait a minute, I should be recording this. I'll have to discover a threshold that makes sense where I can actually enjoy the game to a certain extent without having to record, and yet when I do record, it comes together in a way that's not completely dissociative for the people who want to watch. But I'm not sure as yet how to do that, so you'll have to forgive me because I demand it. Okay, so this is I'm suspecting this room will simply be a portal room, that it won't have much other function. That's not unacceptable. Perhaps if I'm going to have a library full of books and enchanting supplies, then it could face, it could, it could go along the bilateral symmetry of the place. Do I want bilateral symmetry? For those not aware, bilateral symmetry refers to humans, among other things. If you cut them down the middle, one side will be the mirror image of the other. So it's bilateral. There aren't too many other options. I'm not going to say options. I grew up playing this game called Starflight. And it was like... screen width was like 320 by 240 or less. 16 colors. Big icons for things. In order to make up for the lack of good graphics, they had good content, including 800 stars and 1,200 planets, each of which had large explorable surface areas. And while only 1 in 10 or 1 in 15 maybe planets had life on it, the life was unique every single time. There were like rule sets, like this planet would have creatures that were bilateral and radial, with feathers and acid sacs and 3 eyes, so that you'd get these common features that you'd find throughout. But each individual creature would be somewhat unique, and they fit all of this on a single, if anybody here is familiar, 3.5-inch disc, which is 1.4 megabytes. That's it. The entire game. 1,200 planets. And they did this they accomplished this through procedural rendering. They didn't actually store the planets on disk. And it's a technique that is somewhat lost on modern developers because they've gotten accustomed to the fact they have tons of disk space and monstrous graphics cards. And so they've gotten lazy in other areas. And I hope, actually, as a game developer wannabe who's made no progress in years, to bring a little bit of that back. Maybe I'll talk about that more, probably inevitably. Meanwhile, notice I'm not accomplishing a damn thing. Let me rectify this. Let's see. Boink, boink. Can't live without sound effects. Right. So that's... Well, let's just keep going with that. So yeah. Notice how I cannot stay on a topic very long. It's just my brain, talking about one thing makes me think of another, and then I can't help it. So it's this cascade, a waterfall of ideas that don't end up anywhere. Oh good, I have more. So, unfortunately, I'd have to stop recording, review, and then start re-recording again in order to pick up where I left off. So, I assume as I exercise this over many episodes, I will get better at it. I hope in the meantime it's at least not horrifying. Boink, boink. No, I have no idea where that topic started. I am creative, but I have a terrible memory. So this spiral staircase, I wasn't sure how to unfold it, because unfortunately, since it comes in under itself, as you see there, right there with the cursor, it had to leave enough space so that a person could fit, fit out from underneath there. So there's obviously a drop-off. Maybe put some sort of railing. Not that you're going to die from falling from there, but still. I tried at first to unweave it, so it's each successive whirl would be outwards a little bit. And I'm sure it's possible. It's just I got frustrated with it. So the confines of the top of my tower are somewhat smaller than I thought they would be. Can I do anything intelligible with this? I am undecided now. What do you think? Should I stop working on this and ask for ideas about what to put up here? I'm thinking of maybe like since I have so much now, a quartz cap. Or even like some sort of not diamond, but well, maybe. Not that there's this does kind of look like a ring setting, doesn't it? Little prongs that hold gemstones in place on a ring. Just have some giant gemstone. The only problem is there's no material in the game other than ice that has that effect. And the game itself couldn't possibly handle refraction. That would just grind the rendering engine to a dead halt. But I was thinking of some sort of quartz cap or sandstone cap, maybe sort of beveled so that it seems like it's holding up some sort of carved stone. Until I've thought of better, I'll go with that theory, but I'm not sure. I certainly don't have I couldn't finish it in the next 5 minutes, which is when I want to cut this off. How about... Is my boat down there? It's on the other side, isn't it? I am good at sprint. Where's... Oh! Oh well. Welcome to my island forest. I must expanding it over time, especially these guys. Aha! This is the way in to some of the mines. Check this out. Woohoo! Oh boy. Caps. It's always sad seeing a coworker fall to his death. That should not be a joke. Boink. So yeah, oops. I found some diamonds over here, but now I've exploited them. So this is a way in. Oh crap. Let's see. I got lost down here earlier, so I do need to make... One thing I got to make down here are roads. I didn't notice this, but I didn't know this before, but you can dip your water down in like that. You lose some obsidian. Not so bad. Oops. Blink. Oh man. Wet. Okay. I need to make myself a new set of picks. Actually, I still have one. So yeah, the mines down here are fairly extensive. I just hesitate to get lost on camera. Actually, I've got 3 minutes. I can do that, right? Because I came down here at one point and I went around some twists and turns, and then I started finding massive caverns. It can't be that way. Full of mine shafts and a fairly impressive room full of magma. I know I didn't go that way, so it must be this way. Or maybe I don't know. Because I know I put down... these guys. The torches. And yet I'm not seeing any. Hello, torches. Oh well, I could do a little exploring, right? Oh, I must have been here at some point. Very good. I should get some more of that, just so I can, because I have, you know, make more portals. Oh, that was dense. Not that I need any of this right now. This looks a bit familiar, but mustn't be. I believe I've been in here before and I was carving it out. I'll continue someday, but that's... I think this is where I was digging for obsidian not too long ago. Okay. This is familiar. I'm headed the right way now. Maybe I didn't have... I've definitely been through here. So yeah, I don't have much more to say. Yeah, I've made an episode. It is more cohesive than the last one. So I think I'll call this good. Temptation is just to keep playing. I could dig through this, huh? Ooh, you know, I have a ton of TNT I should use someday. I mean, it has no value whatsoever if it's never used, right? Okay. Well, it's Thursday. It's late, sort of. One more day of work after my PyCon experience. It will be nice to have a weekend off. So, no doubt I'll record another like 5 episodes over the course of the weekend. And then I'll be stuck saying, oh crap, I've got to build stuff on camera. But I want to play. But I'm already like a year ahead on episodes. So I'll probably put out 2 a week at the very least. Maybe even 3. Because I want to play occasionally. Or slightly more than. Oh well, oh well. Everybody have a good weekend. I'll see you later.